Do you think he's going to be able to keep this momentum going?
Alrighty. It's time for another rousing rendition of Starship Titanic. Brought to you by me, the guy who's playing it. Anyway, if you've followed along, you can see that I've been having quite a bit of problems with this game. But not to worry, I shall finish it. I shall finish it if it kills me.
Campaign. He said, I'm going to get Trump.
There he is.
She said, I'm going to get Trump.
He says he raised $35 million in one day on small dollars. Okay, I believe that.
And what was very disturbing was that
anyway, see, he's convicted right there. Convicted. Convicted. Convicted fella.
Mocking his
Hey, convicted. Come on.
The heat of the campaign.
Yeah, Harry, and Harry, to your point, yeah, a lot of new donors really.
All right. Anyway, enough chit chat.
This large number, right?
Let's get to the game.
November. I mean, how should
Let's get to the game.
Country, how much will people be focusing on this when it comes to November?
Well, it's interesting. I was looking at polling from PBS News, and they found that...
Morning, sir. I was just thinking about the first time you come into my lift, Nobby. I thought at the time, here's someone in your lift. Because one thing the army does, it trains you to notice things.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the same. No, it's not the same. Let me see, this is the same. This one, right? Yeah, this is the same. Anyway, so we're going to go to...
And it's important to note that former president was found guilty.
Where are we going? Going to,
conspiracy will be appealing it. We'll see how this case plays out.
Let's go to a restaurant.
With the Independent Women's Forum. Thank you for your
yeah, because I think...
Still have on.
Yeah, I got my,
we'll want to stick around. Subject to drugs.
I got these. Okay, so we're going to go to the restaurant.
And a company's political meetings impact its bottom line. We'll analyze how consumers' perceptions of businesses might play a role. Keep it here. You're watching Man Walk right here on Spreadsheet.
Restaurant, here we are.
No spitting.
No spitting? I wasn't spitting. I was not spitting. Spitting. I was not spitting.
It's a first-class restaurant. Please exit other side. This is very confusing, I know. Mind the door.
Mind the door. Alright, so, let me see. Is it this one?
Your personal health issues and answer all your health questions. Plus, your same-day appointments, on-site lab work, and a 24/7 live patient support line. And if you're on Medicare,
yep, that's the one.
Boy, this ceiling looks really great from down here.
But you don't talk no more, huh? I can't go there no more? Anyway, so I got the Titania's Auditory Center from his arm. I got the key. Oh, let me see. Can I put his arm back on?
Boy, this ceiling looks really great from down here.
Yeah? I can't put his arms on? What am I going to do with his arms?
This outstanding care for older adults on Medicare is available at Oak Street Health, and they are accepting new patients now. Call 800-934-2703 now. It's fast and easy. And if you're on Medicare, there's
What are you doing with these arms? I keep them.
No fatuous remarks, please.
Fatuous? Fatuous remarks?
Medicare, this important message is for you. There's now high quality.
The top of the well. Please exit on the side. This is very confusing, I know. Mind the door.
To a new health problem gets serious. They are accepting new patients right now. The doctors take the time to get to know you, understand your personal health issues, and answer all your health questions. Plus, there's same-day appointments, on-site lab work, and a 24/7 live patient support line. And if you're on Medicare, there's no extra cost for you. Just call 800-934-2703 right now.
I walked out there when this was over, and I
No, not here.
what took somebody so
Leave that alone.
this kind of healthcare for seniors.
This outstanding care for older adults on Medicare is available at Old Street Health, and they are accepting new patients now. Call 800-934-2703
no, wait a minute.
It's fast and easy. And if you're on Medicare, there's no extra cost for you. Don't wait, call now. 800-934-2703. 800-934-2703.
Welcome back to Main and Fall. Here's some food for thought. When you're shopping for something or deciding where to go for dinner, do you ever consider the political leanings of the store you're going to or the restaurant you're choosing? Companies usually try
Auditory
to
center.
politics, they don't alienate potential consumers, but many
Here.
customers use
There you go.
one side of the aisle, the other.
Alright, what do I do with these arms?
Businesses are perceived as being nonpartisan, and that's our big number today. It's from a new Axios Harris poll that looked at the reputations of the 100 most visible brands across the country. You can see the breakdown a little more clearly here. Consumers are far more likely to see a main
What do I
brand
do with
that's
the key?
less leaning, as opposed to
Oh, wait a minute. I can use that key.
companies reviewed as less leaning.
Where can I use that key at?
To the very small blue dots that you see here on
That
the
key over
screen.
here?
Just 19 companies reviewed as right-leaning, including X and Hobby Lobby.
Dr. N.K. Chu is with us
Here.
now, Associate Professor of Management at Indiana University's
Yeah,
Kelley
looks
School
like
of
it.
Business. Thank you for taking the time to be with
Enter
us.
next,
What
previous,
are
exit.
reasons that people view a company as leaning one way?
Login. I need a password.
Yes, there could be multiple reasons to consider. But one clear reason for the customers
I need a password.
companies' political leanings is through sales and public statements, their interviews, and the time
Got all the feuds,
set for
Everything gone.
decisions as well.
How can the perception of a company's politics impact its bottom line?
Yes, I mean, actually, to that question, there were some mixed findings in terms of
Everything gone.
companies' political partisan on their financial bottom line. Some said
I got my chicken back.
positive impact of alignment between the political parties.
Got my chicken back.
Companies and the state.
Alright,
employees and shareholders.
so
At the same time, some research
let's go see if we can put the mustard sauce on the chicken.
misalignment between the political leanings of companies and
We gotta go.
where? So I would say yes, it can
Elevator 1.
impact on the financial bottom lines.
Elevator 1 is here.
The relationship is not as straightforward as
Right there.
How is the current environment? How does the current
Ready for action, sir, and happy to take you anywhere in a vertical direction to what you may wish to travel, always assuming you is duly authorized, as I need hardly head. Floor 35, Wilco.
over the last 5 years, a few years, a couple of years ago, these days companies are trying to play low key in terms of expressing their political stance on social political
Here is your floor, sir.
Here is your floor, sir.
observations.
And we saw this
Alright,
that shows
see if we can put the mustard on
there was a
it.
good amount of them on the left side.
So we put mustard on
Companies
it.
that were perceived as more progressive leaning, and
What
then
do we have to do?
companies like Hobby Lobby and X, which were seen as more conservative leaning. What industries do consumers typically view as nonpartisan?
Hello, sir. Decided to stay put then? Very wise. Fomenting discord, I call it. Printing stuff like that, encouraging discontent. It's a very nice class you're in, sort of NCO class. Very nice indeed. And don't let nobody tell you different.
Top the well, sir. From here you can walk to your requested destination.
Alright,
That's a great question. The disclosure shows that actually there are a lot of companies that do not have a clear political leaning. So, yeah, I think that we can think of all different types of industries that don't really know their political
let's
leaning.
check all our
How is the current political
Sell
environment
points here.
impacting which campaigns top
Just,
executives donate to, which might become public?
this is the
BellBot needed urgently.
BellBot.
Hey, little guy. Want to see something funny?
Can have a greater potential to cause backlash from the stakeholders that they do not share.
BellBot needed urgently.
Hey, did you find that thing you were looking for?
University's County School of Business and
If only it was that easy in real life. There's a lot of people whose settings I'd change, I can tell you.
Vermont is the first state to pass a law forcing fossil fuel companies to pay for climate change-related damage. The bill follows flooding last summer.
BellBot needed urgently.
Disaster since the flood in 1970.
Hey, little guy. Want to see something funny?
Vermont's Republican governor would veto the bill. Instead, he allowed it to
Look,
become law.
no batteries. Cool, huh?
Maryland, Massachusetts, and New York are considering similar bills.
You know something?
Now,
I'm getting really bored by some of the stuff you're coming out with.
to create more long-term housing. The goal to do so is by New Year's Day 2026. As you can imagine, there's a huge need for permanent housing after wildfires displaced 13,000 people last August. The city council has set aside 300,000.
Don't you just hate robots when they don't understand? Give it another go.
There's something else for drivers to worry about. Police are now installing the airbags in their cars. Won't be a safety risk.
Beats me. This may take a while to fix. Want to talk about something else? Don't know what's going wrong here. Let me check something. We are speaking Sporg. Level 3 bipeds for the use of? Script by mouth and tongue, version 5.2, yeah? Well, you're just gonna have to pick some other words here till I get this glitch sorted. Yeah, we got some of that stuff on board. You ought to check out the Arboretum, man. Boy, it's a messy process. But then, that's organic life for you. Messy. Are you sure? I'm not sure. You might not believe this, but the thing is, the DoorBot tied my shoelaces together. All right, I'm lying. I got lost.
BellBot needed urgently.
Hey, little guy. Want to see something funny? Look, no batteries. Cool, huh? Louder. Typical.
improve your glucose control, which helps prevent
BellBot needed urgently.
Yo!
the way motion thinks out should be. Experience selection of the
This might sound a bit unlikely, but the thing is, I keep losing my bearings, and when I find them again, they're too covered in fluff to go back in their sockets.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing this is... Oh no, this is not it.
DoorBot needed urgently.
What a delight to see you once again. Memory failure! Memory failure!
He'll still be just a snooty, you know! Still be just a snooty!
This is perhaps the least important room on board. I wouldn't trouble yourself with it.
Small amounts at first and gradually increase the amount, working up to 6 grams of peanut products every week.
No problem at all.
Refill on your breast milk or water. Milk formula or vegetable fruit.
Just call if I can be of further service.
Doctors say that parents could also use items like peanut flour or use snacks like peanut puffs to safely introduce infants to peanut products. Experts say consistency really is key here. Don't avoid peanut allergy. Again, make sure you consult your doctor. Tesla issued a recall of more than 125,000 vehicles because of a problem with its seatbelt warning system. The automaker says audio and visual warnings that seatbelts were not fastened did not go off in the specified time allotted.
This gotta be Priscilla.
2024 model S Tesla,
There it
2024 Model X, 2017 and 2023 Model 3, and 2020 to 2023 Model Y Tesla from Parrot.
But who's this? This is the... Wait, you're gonna be the elevator, right?
Aviators, the recall covers rear seat cameras, ports and cell phones to interfere with them. The automated
That's the elevator.
flicker or distort when cell phones are used while the aviators are in reverse, and that could increase the risk of explosion. The recall is the 2020 to 2024 aviators.
That's the BellBot. Oh, it's the...
People should not use cell phones when the SUV is in reverse.
That's the elevator. That's the DoorBot. Elevator.
Yeah, listen up, consumer reporter John Natalie says,
The...
don't drive a Nissan. They want to check your car.
That's DustBot.
Do you remember the Takata airbag?
So who's this one?
Well, Nissan is now warning that thousands of people are still driving cars that never had their airbags replaced.
BellBot needed urgently.
Cars 2002 to 2006.
Small world, eh?
It really involves more than one automobile.
Okay.
Nissan has issued a do not drive warning for nearly 84,000 vehicles due to increased risks of exploding Takata airbag inflators, part of a long string of recalls dating back to 2001. The latest warning covers the Sentra, Pathfinder, and Infiniti QX4 from the early 2000s. But it's not just Nissan vehicles that need to fix. It's been 10 years since the first major push on this. How many are still out there? The historic Takata airbag recalls included 19 automakers and more than 67 million Takata inflators. Carfax finds more than 6 million vehicles still have those airbags. Patrick Olson with Carfax said extended exposure to heat and humidity.
BellBot needed urgently.
Explode with greater force than intended. That turns the metal band around the airbag.
Nothing to say?
To track nearly flying pieces of metal that can injure or even kill people in the car. According to the National...
Don't you just hate robots when they don't understand? Give it another go.
By defective exploding airbags, around another 400 have been hurt. If you own an older vehicle, check for open...
Yeah, we got some of that stuff on board. You ought to check out the Arboretum, man.
/lease
just like the good old days.
Within 5 minutes to make the call. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. Without leaving us a little programming is coming up next. As always, we're available 24/7. Wherever you stream, or visit our website, scriptsnews.com/TV, to find other ways to watch. But if you're staying with us, there's much more headed your way, right here on Main and Wall.
Well, we are going to have some fun here because the toy is synonymous with summer. The Super Soaker, we are talking live with the man who invented it. It's such a big mark for so many of our childhoods, right? Plus, more Americans are saying, hey, the burger and fries with prices rising. The question is fast food now more of a luxury? We'll look at that and so much more. Keep it here on Scripts News. Main and Wall continues right after this.
What's that other funny thing? Just that other thing. And I need and pink.
Same nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. But don't worry, we've got a lot more than that going for us.
I need and pink.
Like this beautiful store in Arizona, for example. It's the perfect place for me to tell you a little bit more about our phones and how they can become we've probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies. If it's state-of-the-art cameras you want, space-age metal housing, we got it. If you want a smartphone with lots of bells and whistles but won't break the bank, we got that too. We even have footnotes like the average phone. For someone that doesn't need all that long jumbo and just wants something simple. And now, we even have watches that we do. No matter what device you choose, you'll be happy to know that if your data needs change, no problem. Make sure you don't have to sweat it. Like say you're on a road trip out west and end up using a bunch of data. We can simply flex.
How are you, dear?
Here for as little as $5. Then, when you get home, you can flex right back down with no penalty, so you only pay for what you actually need.
With Consumer Cellular, you get the exact
Good.
same nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost.
I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have one of these amazing...
I'm fine, dearykins, which is more than can be said for some of the people who've been through this lobby in the last few hours.
Well, our award-winning customer service helped me switch over. Or I'd like $15 to make my own family plan.
Of course they will.
Is it easy?
Easy as pie.
See that tower up there?
Oh, Probostigons, Scraliontus, Leovinus, everybody.
Supplying 5G coverage to this beautiful nation of ours. We know how important coverage is. That's why we offer a risk-free guarantee. If you're not
Where?
within 30 days of activation, you can pay nothing. Oh, look.
And for a limited time, new customers get their second month free. Call 1-800-485-8390. Find us at Target or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about.
Being families with mesothelioma is all we do. Our firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, thousands with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them against those.
Oh, I don't know.
We have local offices throughout the U.S. Mesothelioma really is all we do, and there is no risk to you. Let us put a plan in place for you and your family. All now.
Call us at 800-872-5645.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I think we'd get on faster if you asked me questions I know the answer to, dear. No, I mustn't. I really can't understand what you're trying to say, dear. You don't speak any Blorantian, do you? No, obviously not. Oh well, we won't be downhearted. Now, come again?
inflation tracked sideways and consumer spending weakened. The Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge, the the personal consumption expenditures price index, rose 0.3% from March to April, the same as the previous month.
BellBot, to the embarkation lobby.
2.7%. So
Greetings, biped.
continue to rise too fast for Americans. And that includes fast food. It's often seen as a quick, cheap meal, but the majority of Americans no longer see it that way.
National correspondent Dan Grossman joins us.
Give me a break, will ya?
Dan, the value menu isn't exactly what it used to be, even from just a few years ago.
Really interesting because fast food has always been seen as the cheap option, but now more Americans are considering it a luxury option. This doesn't mean that people aren't going to eat fast food. 3 in 4 Americans in a recent survey said they still eat it, but at a far less frequent rate than they used to because of inflation.
Consumers are cutting back on the number of...
Funny you should ask that. I spotted him and his buddy Scraliontis hanging around the place last night, and I've not had a sniff of them since.
When it comes to fast food, a lot of people have seemingly hit their limit in terms of price. As a result, Lending Tree's Matt Schultz says more people are cooking at home, but it's not like going to the grocery store is a whole lot cheaper.
I'll be totally honest with you. I was about to do as you asked. It's a funny old universe sometimes, and traffic. Grand Axial Canal was backed up all the way to the bridge. Something to do with the wrong sort of water.
Grocery prices are up 1.1%. The president of McDonald's USA, Joe Berlinger, addressed prices in an online letter to fans, saying in part, inflationary pressures have affected all sectors in the economy, including ours, and says most franchisees are offering meal bundles for $4 or less. Berlinger also addressed social media claims that Big Mac prices are up 100%. He writes the average price of a Big Mac was...
If I were you, I'd pack it in and go to bed.
The average cost is now $5.29, a 21% increase. When you do have fast food cravings, Lending Tree recommends you utilize savings from the company's mobile app. Pay with plastic for cashback rewards and order your favorite thing, but skip the combo.
So that same survey asked people to rank their most luxury options.
You're gonna have to explain that. I just don't understand. Sorry.
And number 3, Chris, I gotta say, that Chick-fil-A option, I agree with it. I always want on Sunday stuff.
No, when it's never available. Dan Grossman, live in Denver. Dan, thank you.
Nope, still not working. What a pain. Have another go, would ya?
The $1.50 hot dog and soda combo will remain $1.50. There have been media speculation the price will rise, so Costco straightened everyone out in this week's earnings call. If the price was adjusted for inflation, the combo would cost $4.50.
Well, summer is here, and that means water activities are in full swing. We're talking about balloon flights, you got time at the pool, and for many kids, maybe even some adults, let's be honest, playing with the iconic Super Soaker water gun. Take a look at this. This is a commercial for one of these Super Soaker water guns.
Funny you should ask that. I spotted him and his sidekick Probostigan hanging around the place last night, and I've not had a smell of them since.
Former Air Force and NASA engineer who accidentally created the water gun while working on an idea for an improved heat pump.
Dr. Johnson joins us live. Doctor, I feel like I'm getting a chance to live out the dream of every 80s kid. Thank you so much for being here. Your story is such an inspiration to many, myself included. So, as Chris said, he talked a little bit about how the...
Damn these cheap translator chips. Give me that a different way, will you?
Well, I was actually, as the intro indicated, I was working on a new type of heat pump. It was working with Freon instead of Freon. Because, I had this concern about the environment, Freon is destroying ozone.
There is no bomb on board. Please remain in your seats. Do not panic. Please do not attempt to be a hero. Women and children to the lifeboats. Please let me save your life. I insist, there is no bomb on board.
That was my day job. But in the evenings, I was building since he was one of
This might sound a bit unlikely. Typical. I dropped my head in the canal and all my data was overwritten with facts about fish.
This is really satisfying to have to come to one event to feel unpunished. So I put that project aside for my engineering now and decided to design a performance formula.
I love it. So you obviously made a real splash in the toy industry and really changed the lives of
DoorBot to the embarkation lobby.
It's pleasure unbridled to be here at your service again.
to a billion-dollar success, and at some points the #1 selling toy.
Ah! Damn memory's fading again. Bear with me.
It was just a stroke of luck, it took about 10 years to make it happen.
I look forward to our next meeting.
The idea to start a company, I wanted to go into production myself and manufacturing and start a business and literally have my own company, toy company. But I quickly learned what I did as a Air Force engineer, Air Force engineer, and a NASA scientist, engineer. I didn't have a lot of exposure to the business world, especially on some of the country had going at the time. And those were all making us to Jupiter, Saturn, things like that.
DoorBot needed urgently.
So I was going to go business for myself, but when I realized how much money was going to cost, I couldn't rationalize that kind of investment. So I started and I would encourage anyone who starts business in the real business,
I know exactly what you mean. The answer's on the tip of my whatchamacallit. No, it's no use. Try asking Craig. He'll remember.
What was it like making the transition to toys from such a different world, and how long did it take between the time you decided, all right,
Goodbye.
this product, and leaving?
BellBot needed urgently.
Give me a break, will ya?
It took about 10 years. I lost all sorts along the way. I decided I was going to like to figure out companies and part of the product. Most people are starting to like this, but somehow the execution just never really materialized until finally I met the people in technology years ago. And the marriage thing happened when I presented it to them.
BellBot needed urgently.
Hey, little guy. Want to see something funny? Look, no batteries. Cool, huh? Whatever.
And my strategy was to learn. A lot of times inventors are hesitant to
Funny you should ask that. I spotted him and his buddy Scraliontis hanging around the place last night, and I've not had a sniff of him since.
I know over the course of your career you've invented a lot of things. I've been told that you have more than 100 patents. At what age did you realize that, hey...
BellBot needed urgently.
How did you make it happen for yourself?
Small world, eh?
Well, I've been inventing and thinking for...
Not true. Not true.
I'm always interested in how things work. And one thing when people see you trying to do something, they tend to want to help you. They get excited for you and chip in. So, it's just a matter of pursuing passion if you will and stick to do it.
Funny you should ask that. I spotted him and his buddy Scraliontis hanging around the place last night, and I've not had a sniff of him since.
30 seconds that we have left. What advice do you have for aspiring inventors, scientists, engineers, those who are interested in cruising stuff?
Well, my magic word is to persevere, stick with it, pursue your passion. And I'm still doing that. I've invented a new engine that converts heat directly into electricity with no mechanical parts. We spun out a company that's doing that. We've just spun out another company. One of my other inventions is solid-state battery that will store about twice the energy.
If you're unhappy, please inform the nearest BellBot who will endeavor to rectify the situation.
300 miles That technology is still in the laboratory. We're refining it, and we're talking to investors.
Got an input problem here. Give me that again, can you?
Just don't stop. Dr. Lonnie Johnson, inventor of the Super Soaker and much more. Doctor, what a treat for me it was today. Thank you so much for being here. And we hope you'll
Didn't understand a word of that. My problem, not yours. Try again, eh?
Still ahead on Main and Wall. Heads up for those in the market for a house, because we have a warning about solar.
If you're unhappy, please inform.
And I still like pulled over. Like, I don't like thinking about it. It's just like, I'm just trying to do a little king store.
One teen is doing sweet business. How her idea has grown into a major moneymaker.
Please accept my most groveling apologies, and not for the first time. I don't mind telling you. I keep losing my bearings, and when I find them again, they're too covered in fluff to go back in their sockets.
You have Medicare. This important message is for you. There is now high-quality complete health care available right in your neighborhood. That specializes in top-quality care for older adults on Medicare at no extra cost to you. Don't wait until a new health problem gets serious. They are accepting new patients right now. The doctors take the time to get to know you, understand your personal health issues, and answer all
Fiddle around all you like. He's still just an airhead.
And 24/7 live patient support line. And if you're on Medicare, there's no extra cost for you. Just call 894-270-3. I don't know what my health would be like today. They got out in front of me and carried me out of the hospital. I can show you that. This outstanding care for older adults on Medicare is available at Oak Street Health, and they are accepting new patients now. Call 800-934-2703 now. It's fast and easy. And if you're on Medicare, there's no extra cost for you. Don't wait, call now. 800-934-2703. 800-934-2703. If you have Medicare, this important message is for you. There is now high-quality complete health care available right in your neighborhood that specializes in top-quality care for older adults on Medicare at no extra cost. They are accepting...
Morning, or whatever. Sup? Floor 35. Oh, well, if your mind's set on it. Here is your floor, sir.
Minutes later, this doctor comes out to get me and says, "If you have to wait too long, you gotta move on line."
This outstanding care for older adults on If you have Medicare, this important message is for you. There's top-quality care for older adults on Medicare at no extra cost to you. Don't wait until a new health problem gets serious. They are accepting new patients right now. The doctors take the time to get to know you, understand your personal health issues, and answer all your health questions.
Morning, sir. I was just thinking about the first time you come into my lift, Nobby. I thought at the time, here's someone in your lift. Because one thing the army does, it trains you to notice things. Top the well, sir. From here, you can walk to your requested destination.
And if you're on Medicare, there's no extra cost for you. Don't wait, call now. 800-934-2703. 800-934-2703.
Medline recalled 1.5 million bed rails after 2 deaths were reported. The recall...
Passengers would kindly behave themselves on the journey.
U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says the rails pose a risk of entrapping a person in suffocation. There was a death reported in 2019. The other was last year. Medline is urging anyone with the bars to stop using them and contact the company for a refund.
The bar. Please exit other side. This is very confusing, I know. Mind the door.
30-year mortgage is back above 7%.
Hey, Bob! I'm getting bored with my brain! Got anything to fry it, hey?
It's the first increase after 3 weeks of decline. If you bought something, perhaps maybe you considered solar panels. They can sometimes help you save money on your utility.
if you don't know what you're signing up for, they can hunt you down with prime format scripted Las Vegas.
When a homeowner signs up for a new solar panel system, they
I
often
need lemon juice.
can complicate future transactions.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with my feet! Got anything that'll knock them from under me? Oh, whoop, squawk!
Or an agreement with the solar company will boost their property value. Nobody knows exactly when it adds value, how much it adds, and that whole dynamic. But solar contracts can be complicated, sometimes lasting for 20 years or longer. And buyers are often unaware of the agreements can be used.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with my eyes! Got anything that'll make them bubble? Squawk!
But Robson says not many realtors in the Las Vegas Valley know how solar contracts work. He understands because he spent years as a property appraiser, and he often counsels other agents.
Lovely to meet you too. What can I get you?
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with the roof of my mouth! Got anything that'll take it off?
Looks like Titania's Vision Center. That looks like Titania's Vision Center.
The way those agreements are written, there's no getting. Crystal Hosmer is a Las Vegas solar consultant with Rockco Electric. She also advises state regulators and battle lawmakers.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with the top of my head! Got anything that'll blow it away?
High-pressure sales tactics are common, and misinformation is rampant. Terry Farr is not only a solar panel owner, he's also a property appraiser.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with my brain! Got anything that'll fry it? Hey!
Can complicate a real estate transaction, especially for sellers. If you have a PPA or lease agreement, your new buyer has to qualify that with their debt. So
What's this?
the buyer on your potential exit property.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with my feet!
When it comes to
Got
cash
anything
flow.
that'll knock them from under me?
Coming up next, some sobering news for fans at the French Open with a big change at the tennis meet.
If you want to watch and follow us at Scripts News, we're on Text, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. We'll be right back.
Hey, barman! I'm getting...
I've been covering politics in Milwaukee for 30 plus years.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with my brain! Got anything that'll fry it? Hey!
Wisconsin is a must-stop now for presidential candidates because it's one of 5 battleground states that can be
Whoops! There go my cell point settings.
in Milwaukee.
Oh, Marvin!
Hey, barman!
Great to see you again.
Got anything
Are you
that'll knock 'em
enjoying
from
the
under me?
facilities?
For renewable Anderson design.
One of the big things we hear from homeowners is, didn't need to replace my windows, they're just not that old. Here's the thing.
Oh, I thought it was Starling Puree. Not my lucky day, I suppose.
Just not that good. So even if your windows are only 7 to 10 years old, they still need to be replaced.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with my eyes! Got anything that'll make them bubble? Squawk!
We're the company people tend to call when they're particular about their home. They don't want just any old window, any old install.
So your standards for installs are pretty high, right?
Yeah, Brian, you can have the best window or door in the world. If it's not installed correctly, it's going to fail.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with the roof of my mouth! Got anything that'll take it off? Squawk!
Our windows, year in, year out, and done thousands of them. Anytime a homeowner has to deal with multiple...
Where's this? Where's that? Where's the high panjandrum's pointy hat? Where's the pepper? Where's the salt? Where's the sense in anything?
With us, there's no finger pointing or blaming each other.
Hey, barman! I'm getting bored with the top of my head! Got anything that'll blow it away?
Open up your house, so that's your current patio door or windows, and then we'll give you an exact price. That's good for an entire year. That's great information. Thank you.
Before May 31st, buy one window, patio door, or entry door, and get the next one 40% off.
That's 40% off with a minimum purchase of 4, plus save an extra $200 on your entire purchase. With no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 1 year. This offer ends May 30th.
Hey, Mom! I'm getting bored with my brain! Got anything that'll fry it? Hey!
0202.
We're excited to do business with you, but before we sign, I gotta ask.
Sure, anything.
We searched you online, and maybe you can explain this?
Can't believe that garbage is still coming in. That's so false.
Leovinus, you might well ask, and indeed you did. I'm afraid I've not seen him for a while. Still, I'm sure he'll be along soon to sample a long, cool Titanic titillator mixed to perfection by my own fair hand. Now I come to think of it, I've not seen him for weeks, although the other fellas, Brabostican and Scraliontus, have been scampering round the ship like space scouts in a Bobaglob week. And even if I knew, I wouldn't tell a maggot like you.
Hey, Mom! I'm getting bored with my eyes! Got anything that'll make them bubble? Squirrel!
D14. Now, under the new agreement, athletes that were previously deemed ineligible will be granted another year of eligibility. WNBA players are about to have another option if they want to play in the offseason. So Brianna Stewart of the New York Liberty and Minnesota Lynx' VII Collier are launching a new 3-on-3 league in January, set to offer the highest...
I'll get you one just as soon as you fix this wheel.
I'm getting bored with this in my mouth! Got anything that'll take it off?
Anthony, former U.S. soccer teammates Alex Morgan, and Megan Rapinoe, Steve Nash, Ashton Kutcher, and Stuart Collins,
That's better. Got my sell point settings back on course again.
Hey, Mom! I'm getting bored with the top of my head! Got anything that'll blow it away?
Several WNBA All-Stars for the league, but didn't reveal names. Unrivaled will give players an option to stay in the U.S. instead of going overseas to play for more money.
Please stand up straight.
Obviously, a massive name when it comes to basketball is Caitlin Clark, and even though the Indiana Fever struggling out of the gate, remember they did have the first overall pick in the draft, Clark's star power continues to be undeniable for the WNBA. Obviously so early, but already 6 TV networks have reported record viewership for games broadcast on their channels. 5 of those 6 featured Clark's Indiana Fever. Tennis fans at the French Open will have to watch their favorite athletes sober. The French Tennis Federation confirmed that alcohol will no longer be served in the stands. According to the tournament director, it's an attempt to end unruly behavior. The move comes after several...
The Arboretum. Mind how you go. That's an order.
...being disrupted, including one incident where someone in the stands sat
Let's
and it's still homemade by local hands. Unwrapping, unmolding, dreaming when they freeze dry eggs. And even dreaming about what they can't. For sure, but that's not stopping this machine. Clearly, they've got plenty of options to go around. Your business is doing better than maybe a lot of other people at the same time, and you're still a teenager. Like, how does that make you feel?
It's just like kind of like weird, like you're actually everywhere. And like so many people know me, like I don't like any out there. It's just like I'm just trying to do my little candy store.
I was playing video games when I was 6 times.
No, I'm just not doing that. Just on the lines, script to Cincinnati. Coming up next on the National Report, President Biden outlining Israel's ceasefire proposals.
Christian Bryant, look at what Israel is offering as the U.S. works to find some kind of off-ramp. The news continues right after this quick commercial break. See you there. Did you know the average funeral costs around $9,000? And if you have enough insurance to cover funeral costs, credit card debt, and other expenses, your family is going to get stuck with the bill. Don't let that happen. Our coverage options range from $10,000 to $1,000.
Hello, sir. I was just wondering if you was going to step in here, and here you are. Floor 35. Yes, sir. Here is your floor, sir.
Our agents are standing by. Ensure you can secure your coverage. Nothing is more important than our family. Acceptance is guaranteed. Our team is standing by and ready to take your role. You worked hard your entire life to provide for your family. But have you thought about what will happen to them when you're gone? Funeral expenses,
Hello, sir. Nice day for vertical transportation, although between ourselves I'd rather be trotting up the Harkabanijabli in my Panama hat, heading for where to, or what is it then?
range from $10,000 to $1 million. Our policies are easy to apply for, require no medical exams, and have affordable premiums. Plus, the payout is tax-free, and you can use it as you see fit. Give yourself and your family peace of mind. Know that they'll be taken care of when you're gone. Our team is standing by and ready to take your
Top the well, sir. From here you can walk to your requested destination.
with final expense life insurance today. Just call 888-441-7402. That's 888-441-7402.
A lot of the time, weight loss. We focus on all the things we can't fix, but our bodies can do a lot of things.
West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin is known for voting independent of his party. Now he's officially going from Democrat to independent. What this this means for the makeup of the Senate and potentially for Manchin's future in politics. Hello and welcome to the National Report. I'm Chris Wynn in Atlanta.
And I'm Christian Brown in DC. Thanks for joining us. Here are some of the stories we're following to get you up to speed this afternoon. The Texas Supreme Court rejected a challenge to the state's abortion ban. It's one of the most restrictive in the country. The case was over a lawsuit brought by women who experienced serious complications with their pregnancies. The lawsuit was looking to add more clarity to when medical exceptions are allowed and not an attempt to repeal the ban.
The U.S. government is looking to give Moderna tens of millions of dollars of federal funding for a bird flu vaccine trial. That's according to a new report from the Financial Times. It would be an mRNA vaccine trial, which you're probably familiar with because of the Pfizer and Moderna COVID vaccines. Keep in mind, bird flu vaccines have already been approved for humans. The CDC says 3 people in the United States have been diagnosed with bird flu. The Trump campaign says the former president raised a record $34.8 million in small dollar donations following his felony conviction. The campaign says that's double its previous record for a single day. The numbers have to be confirmed in filings with the Federal Election Commission.
Ready for action, sir, and happy to take you heading floor 35. It would be my pleasure.
He spoke this morning from a Trump account claiming his innocence. He called the trial a disgrace and criticized the political justice system. Trump repeated several false claims about the trial and attacked Michael Cohen without naming him. He's complaining he's still under a gag.
Here is your floor, sir.
To testify in the trial.
Yeah.
He was advised not to several times. He also blamed President Joe Biden and Judge Juan Merchan in the case.
This is a scam. This is a rigged trial. It shouldn't have been in that venue. We shouldn't have had that judge.
The former president called Michael Cohen, his former fixer, a quote, sleaze bag. He also turned his attention to the border, claiming people are coming into the United States from, quote, places unknown, speaking languages, quote, we haven't even heard of. President Biden, meanwhile, called Trump's repeated attacks on the justice system reckless and dangerous.
Our justice system has endured for nearly 250 years.
Over there, sir.
It is a cornerstone of America.
Oh, where?
Our justice system. The justice system should be respected. We should never allow anyone to tear it down.
Other direction, sir.
Let's bring in our legal affairs correspondent, Ava Joy Burnett, joining me here in the studio. Ava Joy, one of the biggest things that I think about now is procedure. What can we expect next now that the former president has been found guilty of these charges?
The one thing that we heard yesterday.
I'm not sure, but you can definitely get there.
Sentencing for the former president will be almost in mid-July, on July 11th. But before all of that happens, we talk about the procedure. He has to go through a pre-sentence in the city of New York who will look at his background. Does he have a criminal history, which he does not? He will be interviewed, and then this particular department will send over this report to Judge Juan Merchan.
Hello, sir. Decided to stay put then? Very wise. Fomenting discord, I call it. Printing stuff like that, encouraging discontent. It's a very nice class you're in, sort of NCO class. Very nice indeed. And don't let nobody tell you different. Top the well, sir. From here you can walk to your requested destination.
He is going to consider, his character and his remorse and what he did and even his conduct in the courtroom. Those are all perfectly appropriate things for the judge to consider.
So the former president has long been under a microscope. Here is yet another situation where his actions could have an impact on the sentence in this matter.
Right, so we know the sentencing July 11th. What legal steps could we expect from prosecutors and defense attorneys leading up to that?
key things that we can anticipate even next month. So we already know that Quint's attorneys and the former president, they want to appeal this. But before that, they want to set aside this decision that came down from the jury yesterday. So they have motions that they need to file. The district attorney, though, Alan Brown, he's been very solid on what he wants. Does he want jail time or not? He did not answer that directly yesterday, but take a listen to what he said immediately after this conviction.
I did my job. We did our job. Many voices out there. The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury, and the jury has spoken.
So certainly everything that the former president does at this moment will be under scrutiny.
The Mega Scuttler is now armed and preparing to explode. This will be a fairly big explosion, so please stand back about 22 miles. Countdown commencing now. I don't like being touched, thank you. Bothers me. Recommencing countdown. Now, no, don't do that. I don't like it. You are invading my personal space, and I would like you to stop it. I said that I don't like that, and I'd be grateful if you would respect my wishes. Now, excuse me, saying please don't touch me does not mean go on, do it again. It's hard to know how I can be more clear about this. Recommencing. Look, no means no. Got it? Recommence. Look, no means no. Got it? Recommencing. Look, no means no. Got it? Recommencing countdown. Now, 1,999, 998, 997, 996, 995, it gives me premonitions of doom.
994,
900
look, no means no. Got it?
Recommencing countdown.
Look, no means no. Got it?
Recommencing countdown. Now, 1,999, 998, Why is it counting all the time? 997, 996, 995, 994, 993, 992, 991, 990, 989, 988, 987, 986, 985, 984, 983, 982, 981, 980, 979, 978, 977, 976, 975.
The White House today, he acknowledged too many civilians have died. The president called the conflict one of the hardest and most complicated in the world, and he urged Hamas to sign off on a newly proposed ceasefire offered by Israel.
For months, people all over the world have called for ceasefire. Now it's time to raise your voices and demand a stop Hamas on the table. Freeze this deal and end this war that they began. The United States will work with our partners to rebuild homes, schools, and hospitals in Gaza.
Bomb ticking away nicely as it's up.
Yes, it is.
Floor 35. Yes, sir.
House and Senate leaders from both parties have invited Prime Minister Netanyahu to address Congress. No specific date was mentioned.
Here is your floor, sir.
November, an increasing number of Democrats have turned away from the right-wing prime minister. Conversely, many Republicans have made their Party leadership for voting against many of the party's top priorities or making those priorities harder to pass. Congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reid explains what this means for Manchin's constituents and really always...
I say so, that old bomb's quite well liked below decks. Call me sentimental, but it's almost a pity to see it explode.
Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia made it official on Friday, announcing that he would change his voter registration from Democratic to Independent. In a statement, the longtime politician from West Virginia said, quote, "Today our national politics are broken and neither party is willing to compromise to find common ground."
Top the well, sir. From here you can walk to your requested destination.
News that nothing will change in terms of caucusing with the Democrats. Being that Senator Manchin will now be a registered independent, he'll join the ranks of other independents in the Senate who caucus with Democrats, like Senator Bernie Sanders, the independent of Vermont, and Senator Angus King, the independent of Maine. Senator Manchin
Going down.
the chairman of the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. What's still unclear is whether Senator Manchin will now change his mind about his calculation last year did not run for re-election in the Senate. His calculation earlier this month
Bilgeroom.
for governor of West Virginia, and his decision earlier this year to not run for president of the
BellBot needed urgently.
You ought to check out the TV channels. Last time I looked, there was something very weird going on in one of the first-class staterooms.
His independence to the Democratic Party could certainly bolster his electoral chances. Nathaniel Reid, Scripps News, Washington.
Funny you should ask that. I spotted him and his buddy Scraliontis hanging around the place last night, and I've not had a sniff of them since. Funny you should ask that. I spotted him and his sidekick Probostigan hanging around the place last night, and I've not had a smell of them since. Hey man, you've lost me. I'm just your average BellBot. Can't understand everything.
What you got for me? I suck and I blow. Anything else, I don't know. Feathers? Feathers make me sneeze. Stop fiddling with me.
BellBot needed urgently.
You look like you could do with some help. If I were you, I'd check to make sure the big succubus is working. Weird guy. Real eccentric. But he's got his heart in the right place. Not like Titania. Bad taste alarm. Give me a different version of that, would you? There's a guttural in there that's really throwing me.
bill payments for or call 800-993-0255.
Got an input problem here. Give me that again, can you?
For decades, in the traditionally male-dominated world of sports, women have been underrepresented from coaching to the C-suite.
A true creator. But, as I always say, the trouble with playing God is that he almost always wins.
Which gives players another option to play in the U.S. during the offseason, and even possible for women with making some serious moves.
DoorBot needed urgently.
Can I remind you about the bot?
Sports property. Kendra, thanks so much for coming on tonight. Really do appreciate it.
Anything you can do to help would be appreciated. Memory slippage alert. Memory slippage alert. Don't bother me.
And what's it going to take to get more Kendras, leading them on the industry as well?
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Embarkation lobby. Going up. Embarkation lobby.
And we mentioned earlier in the intro that you're the executive director of the Orange Blossom Classic. For our viewers who might be unfamiliar, can you tell us more about it and what makes it so special?
The Orange Blossom Classic is special because, like you said, it is an HBCU.
Greetings, dear biped.
That takes place every Labor Day weekend in BarBot Stadium down in Miami Gardens, Florida. And it's a celebration of culture. It's a celebration of HBCU.
Are you persevering bravely under some linguistic challenge, dear? I do applaud your effort, but I don't really understand it.
And, bigger than just a football game, there is events surrounding the game that take place as early as Wednesday of that week, with the game actually culminating on that Sunday. So we go...
BellBot, to the embarkation lobby.
Best way to get help around here is to fix Marsinta so she's nice to you.
There's a long history and a lot of pride. Absolutely. So the Classic netted nearly 1 million viewers in 2022.
I can't tell a lie. I was on the verge of doing as you asked, and you'll have to take my word for this. I dropped my head in the canal and all my data was overwritten with facts about fish.
Over to the main network. What does that signal to you in terms of perception when it comes to HBCU athletics and sports properties as a whole?
Well, I think what it says is that this is a brand that is well represented and it's a demand for it, right? So a lot of people just assume that, as you mentioned, our first couple of years that this game was brought back, we actually had Coach Prime, who was the head coach at the time of Jackson State. And so, of course, we just thought like, well, Coach Prime is the coach, so of course it makes sense to be on ESPN. Well, what Coach Prime...
BellBot needed urgently.
We still were able to maintain our...
Hi, Craig here. Best looking BellBot in the business. Figured it out yet? The statues connect up with the bots. Pull the levers and the bot's character settings change. Beats me. This may take a while to fix. Want to talk about something else? Weird guy. Real eccentric. But he's got his heart in the right place. Not like Titania. Bad taste alarm.
Just an incredible, successful woman who's doing big things in our community and nationwide, really.
If I were you, I'd pack it in and go to bed.
Similar to yours. What's been some of the difference makers when it comes to your success in this particular space? Relationships. What I said before is that you don't just walk into a room and say, hey, I want to go and rent out, an NFL stadium, and I think I want to bring, about 500 kids from a football team and 300, band members, and I want to have a game and put it on television. Those type of roles and deals require relationships.
See if there's a free Things for Parrot setting while you're about it.
Who your path may cross in the future when you're asking those type of things, asking questions to help you get to that next level. I would definitely say value in a relationship. Don't take anything for granted as far as the path that you may take in the individual that you meet.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, and the trust with folks.
DoorBot needed urgently.
Yes, Fentible's here. His only desire to serve. Yes? Have you defused that awful bomb yet? Oh dear. This is perhaps the least important room on board. I wouldn't trouble yourself with it. Being rather familiar, aren't you?
Don't wait. Call today. Zion, we're ready.
Your people get to know me feel passionate. This guy takes all his notes, so our doctor is all eyes on me. That never rush out. Ready to go?
We get to know you better with longer appointment times, including same day and next day appointments.
Morning, or whatever. Stop right away. Here is your floor, sir.
You get all this with no expense. You can go all the way for it. No history. So switching to that doctor. You can keep living your life your way.
At Oak Street Health, we specialize in caring for older adults like you. Call 800-967-2157 to schedule a visit and see why we are the only primary care provider to carry the AARP name. Oak Street Health.
This is beautiful. The fastest growing network in the family world. It's safe for people, pets, and planets. Powerful enough to make it safe for people. It's safe enough to use it. So why must one of them doesn't cover and it needs
Morning, sir. I was just thinking about the first time you come into my lift, Nobby. I thought at the time, here's someone in your lift. Top the well, sir. From here, you can walk to your requested destination.
Scripps News. Get more from Scripps News by downloading the all-new Scripps News mobile app or go to scripsnews.com and follow us on social media for even more.
Follow Scripps News for updates throughout the day.
Stay connected on every device you own at scripsnews.com.
How's the bomb going? Enjoying the countdown? Floor 7. It would be my pleasure. Here is your floor, sir.
The internet for the next story that's got us talking. Over on Google Trends, rapper Eminem says Houston will has people funding. The song called Houdini was released overnight. A couple of other trends come from the sports world today, with the Dallas Mavericks blowing out the Minnesota Timberwolves. In the NHL, the New York Rangers fell to the Florida Panthers. Of course, any big game for the U.S. sports team is going to be the talk of social media.
That's right. Also, the attractions talk about hurricane season, especially in Florida. And this last one, just wow. The family in Vegas hopefully is some greenish creatures up to 10 feet tall from a UFO. I personally want to believe.
We'll start with Independence Day. All I say for that one, Christian. David also has some of the other Most training stories rather than one in particular that would keep a lot of people happy and maybe make you hungry.
Costco is again reassuring folks that the famous hot dog and soda combo will remain $1.50. As Lizzie at Pop, the shopping chain, has a new chief financial officer who just told CNN that the price will stay the same. The Costco hot dog and soda combo has long been a customer favorite, but taking on almost a legendary status for remaining cheap, even with inflation, most stores and restaurants to raise prices to the same price since $19.95.
We gotta bring back the combo pizza without the pricing. Alcohol is now banned, Christian, for people in the stands at the French Open. The French Tennis Federation confirmed the decision. Comes out with multiple reported incidents of rowdy behavior from fans. The Belgian players that someone in the stands actually spat foam at him during a match. Not good. Thanks so much for spending some time with us tonight. I'm Chris Webb.
And Christian Bryan, the audience leaving us right now, your local programming is up next. And here's HouseFishNews.com.
But if you're staying with us, there's more news headed your way right here on the National Movement.
Bloody Google Box! 57 channels and nothing to watch! Never watch it! What's the brain? No chickens!
I'm Jonathan Wilson. If you're 1585, an important message about security. Write down the number on your screen so you can call when I finish. Well, what I want to talk to you about isn't the one we're doing. This is the line for your life insurance. Or rate line. It guarantees that once you're insured, your rate can never go up at any time for any reason. Be careful. Many promises you see do not have them. But you can get a lifetime rate lock from Colonial Bank. All this number or more. This plan was designed with a rate lock for people with fixed income who want life insurance that fits their budget. And it's simple to get. Coverage options start at $9.95 a month. Less than 35 cents a day. Act now. Your rate will be locked in for life. It will never increase. Guaranteed. This is lifelong coverage that can never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Guaranteed. And your acceptance is guaranteed. With no health questions. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information kit and read about this rate lock for yourself. You'll also get a free beneficiary plan. Both are free with no obligation. Hold this out. Call for information, then decide. Read about the 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. Oh wait, call this number now. And now you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record important information and you'll...
Turn that rubbish off! You'll get square eyes!
Just for calling. So don't wait. Call 1-800-440-9900 for your free information. That's 1-800-440-9900. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-440-9900. That's 1-800-440-9900.
Hello, sir. I was just wondering if you was going to step in here, and here you are, which just goes to show. Yes, sir. Top of the well it is. Top of the well, sir. From here you can walk to your requested destination.
Advanced background noise cancellation and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Call 1-800-671-8440 or go to allthehearing.com.
Got a hammer, a stick. Bunch of shit. And I don't know what to do with it.
The promenade deck. Please exit other side. This is very confusing, I know.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
I know.
Thanks for joining us on
the National Report. I'm Christian Bryan in D.C.
I'm Bruce Wynn in Atlanta. Let's get you caught up on some of the stories you may have missed. Former New York City Mayor and Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani has already had his law license suspended. Now the Washington, D.C. Attorney Discipline Board has recommended that he be disbarred. The recommendation comes after a trial-by proceeding was held in 2022 to consider ethics charges against Giuliani. This was over his efforts to help former President Trump overturn the 2020 presidential election results. Giuliani is able to argue his case before the D.C. Appeals Court makes the final decision.
This specified
to dismiss the claims levied against Meta. New Mexico's Attorney General says his office will continue trying to determine whether Zuckerberg should be named individually moving forward.
The music room. No fiddling about, please. Please exit other side. This is very confusing, I know. Mind the door.
It ticked back up to begin the year. The Commerce Department released an important report on what's called personal income and outlays. It's a closely watched price gauge for the central bank, and it slowed a little bit last month. The Fed has been holding off on slashing interest rates as officials want to see continued signs of inflation coming down to their 2% target rate. The Dow closed today up 574 points.
No secret, Americans love their fast food.
Yeah, we do. A survey by U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said as many as 1 in 3 Americans are eating fast food every single day. That's a lot. Maybe because fast food has often been seen as a quick and cheap meal, but the majority of Americans no longer see it that way. According to a new survey, most Americans now see going through the drive-thru as a luxury.
Yeah, national correspondent Dan Grossman is live in Denver for us. Dan, let's keep it real. The dollar menu.
Yeah, you never would think of hearing the word luxury and fast food in the same sentence, but here we are. Inflation is the main reason for that recent survey. Shows that 3 in 4 Americans still eat fast food at least once a week. However, they're eating it far less frequently because of the uptick in prices.
Consumers are cutting back on the number of trips through the drive-thru. In a new LendingTree survey, 78% of people said they now view fast food as a luxury, with 62% eating less of it.
When it comes to fast food, a lot of people have seemingly hit their limit in terms of price.
As a result, LendingTree's Matt Schultz says more people are cooking at home.
But it's not like going to the grocery store is a whole lot cheaper, and it's not like the fast casual or sit-down kind of places are...
No stupid grinning, please.
The recent consumer price index shows fast food prices are up 4.8% compared to last year, while grocery prices are up 1.1%. The president of McDonald's USA, Joe Erlinger, addressed prices in an online letter to fans, saying in part, inflationary pressures have affected all sectors of the economy, including ours. And says most franchisees are offering meal bundles for $4 or less.
The top of the well. Please exit other side. This is very confusing, I know. Goodbye.
$4.39 in 2019. The average cost is now $5.29, a 21% increase. When you do have fast food cravings, LendingTree recommends you utilize savings from the company's mobile app. Pay with plastic for cashback rewards and order your favorite thing, but skip the combo.
Now, along with this survey, they asked the 2,000 Americans that they surveyed what they would rank their biggest luxury options as. Chris, I know you know the answer to this, so Chris, I'm going to ask you, if you had to pick up any fast food chain, what do you think the majority of Americans voted as their most luxury option?
their most luxury option.
If you're unhappy, please inform the nearest BellBot who will endeavor to rectify the situation.
Chicken, I was thinking chicken. Yeah, that's it. Luxury option. I appreciate that.
Please remember, BellBot services are complimentary.
Very important reporting. To Chris Wynn, before listening to Dave's reporting, I was thinking to myself, how would they see this as a luxury? Well, the price has gone up. One of the things that I will always see as a luxury is going to Cookout, which is the chain in the Southeast, smelling the Cookout style food, smelling the barbecue sauce, the barbecue sandwiches, the burgers, the fries.
There is no excuse for this. No excuse at all. And I swear on my motherboard's estimated operational life, this is absolutely the truth. I keep losing my bearings, and when I find them again, they're too covered in fluff to go back in their sockets.
Not gonna lie, the line was very long, and I thought to myself, oh, this fried chicken better be good. And mashed potatoes.
DoorBot needed urgently.
What's the weather like in the Arboretum?
I can't believe one of the pieces of advice was to not hit the combo.
Damn this memory board. Don't expect much sense out of me for a bit. Much outsense me a bit, sense.
It's always nice weather on the Starship Titanic. It's always nice weather on the Starship Titanic. It's always nice weather on the Starship Titanic.
It has been a pleasure beyond adulteration.
And it could also be an indication that the economy is weakening.
Squawk! Squawk! What's that very faint aroma? I can just bear. I said don't fiddle with that! You wouldn't just ignore my advice if I was a half-masked weaver, would you? You wouldn't. You wouldn't, I know you wouldn't.
February 2022. Hyundai says it is cooperating in the investigation but denies responsibility for the child's employment. It says it has taken steps to prevent other underage workers from being hired. Emirates added turbulence detection.
DoorBot needed urgently.
Welcome to the Starship Titanic. Here I am, DoorBot, at your service.
To be honest, I can't quite see the relevance of that at the moment.
Have an awfully pleasant day.
Have you checked out the restaurant? Without a doubt. Say it again. You want fries with that? Could be. Got an input problem here. Give me that again, can you?
Melissa Robbins is loving all sales on outdoor gear right now.
Maybe I'll have in a new drilling set or something.
She's got the right idea. Hardware, tools. Ace Hardware Manager Brad Baker says his store is...
Hey man, you've lost me. I'm just your average BellBot. Can't understand everything.
With June falling between two major holidays, Samantha Gordon with Consumer Reports says you'll still find deals on big-ticket items like large appliances and mattresses.
Those sales dips linger from Memorial Day and start for July.
Plus, 10 deals will start to pop ahead of Father's Day. And don't brush off deals on laptops and accessories for recent graduates.
We tend to see a lot of smarter watches, fitness trackers, headphones, maybe even TVs going on sale around the middle of the month.
Looking for a wardrobe update? According to your profit, Victoria's...
Begging your enormous pardon, but the thing is, traffic. Grand Axial Canal was backed up all the way to the bridge. Something to do with the wrong sort of water.
Amazon has already made it clear that they're going to pull together 5 days July, which means all the retailers will be having day sales.
If you're trying to gift or need something now, check out Consumer Reports deals by scanning this QR code.
I said don't fiddle with that! You wouldn't just ignore my advice if I was an olive peach-faced lovebird, would you? No, you wouldn't.
I'm John Paris.
Many thanks as always to John Batteries for his reporting still to come on the national...
Squawk! Squawk! What's that smell? Have you got a chicken with you? Have you got... Oh, chicken!
Show you how the city is changing its response.
Chicken! Squawk! Oh, bliss! Ow, bleed neck! This chicken's cold! What's this? Some sort of low-calorie fob-off? Where's the steaming fat? Where's the hot running grease? This is no chicken! This is some dirty, no-good health food! Oi! Unhand me, you
could just replace your worst windows first.
Look, I told you about that! That's my perch, and I'm standing on it! You're trying to deprive a poor parrot of his only means of support! But you picked on a fighting parrot, Buster, if I may call you Buster. You leave that alone! Leave it! Bye, then! Don't forget to write!
Yeah, with other companies, there's just too many people involved in the process. There's the manufacturer, the seller, and then the installer, and then the customer. And if you call it with the problem, that's when they say, oh, we're the manufacturer. You have to call it the installer for that problem. Or vice versa. We're the full-service replacement window division of Anderson. With us, there's no passing the buck. At Renewal by Anderson, we sell, build, install, and warrant our windows and patio doors. So if there's ever an issue, we take full responsibility for it. Why don't you sell by the window? It doesn't matter if it's a $200 window or a $1,200 window. A lot of our windows just don't last. Energy efficiency and beauty, there's a much better option. Our Windows Vibrance composite material is available in 9 designer colors, and it's much more durable than vinyl.
Squawk! What's that very faint aroma I can just barely smell? What is it? I said don't fiddle with that!
BellBot
You wouldn't just ignore my advice if I was a golden-breasted wax
This
would you?
room's weird.
I said don't fiddle with
Parrots,
that! You wouldn't just
sticks,
ignore... I
honey
said don't
perches.
fiddle with that!
Grab what you
You
can.
wouldn't just ignore my advice if I was a plush-crested... I said don't fiddle with that! You wouldn't just ignore my advice if I was an olive-peach-faced lovebird, would you? Won't do you any good. Won't do me any good, which is more to the point. No chickens in there. No pistachio nuts either. What good's anything that is totally devoid of chicken or pistachio nuts? What? That's right, don't listen to me. You think you can just ignore me because I'm a parrot? Well, remember, whatever goes around comes back. Goes around. Goes about. Oh, what do I mean? On second thoughts, perhaps you were right to ignore me.
For over 10 years. Since that time, thousands with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them against those responsible. We have local offices throughout the U.S. Mesothelioma really is all we do, and there is no risk to you. Let us put a plan in place for you and your family. Call now. Call us at 800-872-5645 or go to whistlelog.com. That precious
Off you go then, off you go. If you happen to see a chicken on your travels, you know where to send it.
Back to the natural purpose, Vermont is the first state to pass a law forcing fossil fuel companies to pay for climate change-related damage.
The bill follows flooding last summer that was the state's worst natural disaster since the flood back in 1927. Experts thought Vermont's Republican governor would veto the bill. Instead, he allowed it to become law without a Massachusetts
that's it.
and New York are considering similar.
Get on the line.
A record number of people in Phoenix.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Repeat in 2023.
So,
7th record-breaking year in a row.
Nicole Gregg with scriptures.
until next time,
The city is doing to prevent.
we'll see what we can do.
This is what's called an
Bye.
action report. It's a way
Bye, bye, bye,
for
bye.
and evaluate how within the range went. And this report by the city of Phoenix is